We've got Detroit and Chicago, which I think will be a good game. That's not one of our six-pack of picks, but I think that's going to be a good game.
Yep.
I know how strong this Lions team is as a whole, but the Bears are coming at you with a good defense. I just can't figure out that offense to save my life.
No.
With Chicago. I think I think that Giants-Cowboys game is going to be close. I really do.
It will be close, but will it be a good game?
I hope DJ's still listening because, DJ, I know it's been a rough season for the Cowboys, but that Cowboys-Commanders game was one of the most
so entertaining
games
so
I've
entertaining.
seen, if not the most, this year.
Yep.
I was literally working out on my Concept 2 rower, and I'm like, oh, Cowboys are going to win a game. 33 seconds to go.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels rolls out, hits Terry McLaurin up the side, who just goes.
That touchdown was wild.
And I'm rowing away going, are you kidding me?
And I'm
not even a Cowboy Commander fan, but I'm a football fan.
Yep. And then the missed extra point.
Then, rowing away, CB comes out to kick the extra point, and I'm like, I yelled, are you kidding me, so loud that my golden retriever, Bo, bolted out of the exercise room because he's like, what's happening? Why? I wasn't screaming, but I was going, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then to cap that game off, the onside kick gets returned for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, why would it not?
But then, like, on the other hand, like, he should have went down.
Right. What?
You want to give Jaden Daniels another chance to, because then if they got the touchdown back, they could have gone for a 2.
Right.
That was stupid.
But again, out of that game, Mike McCarthy might get an extension. DJ, if you're listening, that's what Jerry Jones said.
What are your thoughts, DJ?
Might be looking at giving Coach McCarthy an extension. I didn't see a lot of the Monday night game. I had a lot of fantasy football implications going in that game. I think I was too nervous.
I think I watched the first, because I had bets going on.
I was able to edge out Wheels in our head-to-head. She had McConkey, Zay Flowers, and Derrick Henry going.
Yep, I needed Derrick Henry to get a freaking touchdown. He
had a touchdown for 140 yards.
And he touched. How many weeks has he had a touchdown in a row?
But to rush for 140 yards
and not have a touchdown.
And your name is Derrick Henry, you'd expect 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Jacobs ran for 3 touchdowns on Sunday. The most amazing thing, obviously, he didn't have a touchdown. He had, of his 140 yards, 80 yards were after contact.
Because he's friggin' Derrick Henry.
80
He's a beast.
yards.
He's a beast.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Great game, obviously. Jim Harbaugh is 0 for 3 now against
his
John.
brother.
0 for 3, 0 for 4.
That's fighting words.
J.K. Dobbins, worst part of that game, J.K. Dobbins, who is having literally a comeback player of the year season, tweaks the knee. We're hearing sprain. We're not hearing ACL, but probably multiple weeks. And I'm sorry, Jen, because you drafting him, that was a great pick in fantasy football.
Did you see, was it the Monday night game where the guy, I can't remember who it was, but a player did a flip and then landed on his head and got brought off on a
stretcher?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot who. I have to look it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. As soon as it happened, I was like, oh no, that's not good.
So, what week are we in? 13?
13.
We're going into 13.
13,
All right, and all we've talked about most of the season is Jaden Daniels for Rookie of the Year.
Yep, hands down.
And Lamar Jackson for MVP. Okay, so season's not over. We still got a ways to go. These are, obviously, we're in the stretch run. I'm going to throw a name out at you for Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Is he in that conversation?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's going to get it, but he's in the conversation.
Okay. Lamar Jackson's the only one we've talked about for MVP. I'm going to throw another name out at you. Saquon Barkley. What did he rush for? 240-something yards?
My heart is it always goes to a quarterback, though.
Right, but should it?
But no.
Where would the Eagles be without Saquon Barkley?
He's averaging 100 yards a game.
Right.
It's unreal. Did you know that they tested him for steroids after he did the backwards hurdle?
No way! I didn't know that. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. That's really interesting.
As soon as that happened, they had him drug tested. But yes, my heart would be like Barkley, MVP, 100%.
How can he not get quite a few of those first place votes?
Absolutely.
And the same with Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And I apologized last week to Bo Nix and Drake May.
Yep.
Because I'm very impressed with what they've done this season.
Me too.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to apologize to Coach Sean Payton. I think I've done that already. Because he knew what he wanted.
Because we were all
of us on draft night. We're like, what are you doing?
Confused doesn't even nail it.
Because in mock drafts, it was like late in the first round, or maybe even the second round, that we thought Bo Nix was going to go.
It was like 11 or 12.
So I look at Sean Payton and all the years and all the success, the Super Bowl championship with Drew Brees. He has his quarterbacks that he likes. And Bo Nix fits to a T. I'm not going to put him in Drew Brees category yet.
No.
But what a rookie year.
Yeah.
And we went from
0 expectations on him.
No expectations from the Broncos to now they're in the playoffs if the season ended today.
Yep.
And that defense is no freaking joke.
No.
That defense is no joke.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I look at Nix and he could catch Daniels. He really could.
Yeah.
And now the Commanders are going into a stretch where they've now lost 2 in a row.
Yep.
2 or 3 in a row. 2 in a row.
And 2 of them have been division.
2 of them have been within the division.
So that's
I
rough.
don't know if the Eagles would be running away with this division if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley.
No, yeah.
But I will say this. Talking about the Eagles, God, I can't think of their defensive coordinator. He was the coordinator of the Dolphins last year.
Yep.
Vic Fangio.
Yep.
Wasn't a good fit.
Yep.
Went to the Eagles. Didn't work for Miami. Didn't work for him. Went to the Eagles. And it takes a while to get your system in, like the first month of the season. And he's got 2 rookie cornerbacks in Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Who look like veterans.
I like DeJean a lot.
And now that they're got his system in place, Saquon Barkley and the defensive side of the ball for the Eagles makes them dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But last week we all agreed that the king of the NFC is not the Niners.
No, not by a long shot.
Right. So
not by a long shot.
Who's it going to be? Who's your pick right now? What say you after 12 weeks in the season, NFC only?
Oh.
It's hard. I know who you're going to say.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like Detroit's up here.
Yeah. But if I hate the Eagles so much, though.
That's why you don't even want to give them props.
I don't even want to give them props, but like last year, we were all confused because they had this amazing talent, but there was no spark. There was no drive. They didn't want to
it was awful.
They were winning by like 1.
It was awful.
Yeah, by 1, like a field goal or a touchdown really late in the game, too. They showed up in the second half, but there was no fight in them.
Right.
The spark is back, and they just look
new
dangerous.
Offensive coordinator, same head coach, who I'm still
new
offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, rookies, and Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Because you need that leader on the field and in the clubhouse. And as much as it is Jalen Hurts' team, Saquon Barkley brought that element to that team that they were missing.
Yeah.
Because when they just started to plummet last year, Jalen Hurts was the first one I looked at that had the deer in the headlight. I hate to use that saying, but that's what it was.
Yep.
And Saquon Barkley has redone that team. He really has.
Easy.
He really has.
And by having him, you take pressure off of Jalen Hurts to run, right? Everyone knows he's going to run, especially if you have a weak running back. Jalen Hurts is going to be your running back too. But if you have that 1-2, you don't know you have way more options.
We got loud people in the bleachers tonight, don't we? Some bleacher creatures tonight.
We picked the Commanders.
Oh, okay. They picked the Commanders. Okay. They're not on our pick 6. I'm really sorry for that.
No, you asked who's going to win the NFC.
Oh, we got the Commanders winning
bold choice.
The NFC from the Pizza Gallery.
Bold choice.
All right, with that being said, we'll give a ding ding to them. We're going to wrap up the show with our pick 6. This comes from Wheels. It was her turn.
Whoops.
We don't have time for whiteboard, but we will always have time for our 6-pack of picks.
Except for
and why I don't put a 6-pack onto the table, I don't know, because I obviously don't have one. First one up, and I'll let you know after we pick them, CB, who Wheels went with.
Okay.
We have got right here in the front on Thanksgiving evening, The Miami Dolphins on a 3-game winning streak at the Green Bay Packers. This one's easy for me.
Yep.
It's easy for all of us.
Yep.
So we're all going with Green Bay.
Yep.
Okay. So CB and myself. The temperature is supposed to be around 25 degrees.
Oh boy.
It's at night, where if the temperature is 30 degrees or less, the Dolphins are 0-11.
Well, I mean, you can't.
0-11.
I mean, yeah.
Don't come up with any excuses. 0-11.
I remember.
Get them off.
Right? Wasn't it last year they were yeah, it was bad.
And I look at the Dolphins, who I think are 5-6 on the season. And I know you have to put games in the rearview mirror and go forward.
Right.
But the loss back-to-back to the Colts and the Cardinals, when they led...
Unforgivable.
They led the whole game.
Unforgivable.
Yeah. You win one of those games, you're 6-5. Just one.
Especially the Colts.
Yep.
Especially the Colts. Yep. Come on.
It was awful. And that game was brutal. That was like a 13-10 game.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all going with the Packers. Next game up, huge game. Steelers and the Bengals. Steelers at the Bengals, coming off that Thursday night debacle. The Cincinnati Bengals are literally, 3 or 4 points every game away from being in first place?
Yep. Is this a Sunday game?
I think it is.
Oh, it's got to be a Sunday game. It's got to be a Sunday game, yeah.
Well, there's a Friday game, too. Did you know that?
There's a Friday game?
I think it's Kansas City and Las Vegas.
That's fine.
It's not like a game you will go, woohoo!
Yeah, I'm not going to watch that.
This is a game the Steelers have to have. The Bengals, remember Joe Burrow said 3 weeks ago they had to win like 7 out of the next 10, and they haven't stumbled bad. It's their defense that's letting them down. You know I can't go against the Steelers bouncing back.
I'm going Steelers. 100%.
Wheels went with the Bengals.
Well, she's got Joe Burrow on her team.
On her fantasy team.
Yeah.
See, now, she couldn't play him last week against me because he was on a bye.
Yep.
But Baker Mayfield was incredible for her. That's her backup. And can I just, I would like people to try to Google Baker Mayfield leading the way.
Oh, wait. Did you see Baker's Tommy DeVito?
No.
He made fun because he scrambled for a touchdown because they played against the Giants.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
And he made fun of Tommy's celebration. It was amazing. Please, folks, look that up. As a Giants fan, I loved nothing more.
I was watching a little bit on the NFL Network that just goes from red zone game to game.
Yep.
And he had handed off to Bucky Irving, who broke loose. And as he got 20 yards up the field, Irving did, the person laying the next block for him was Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yes,
and
I did see that.
Kidding.
I did see that, yep.
Dude did leave the game with a stinger, and I'm sure it probably had a lot to do with that. But are you ever going to see a quarterback in our time do that?
I love it. I love it.
I loved it. I love Baker Mayfield. Absolutely love him. So moving on to the next one, and does it get any bigger? Eagles, Philadelphia at the Baltimore
Ravens. Is a hard. Whoops, the screens are going crazy. This is a hard one.
This is a hard one. I'm gonna go Ravens. I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry. I know I just praised that Eagles defense that has been playing some really good football, but Derrick Henry gaining 80 yards after contact against a really good Chargers defense. I'm going to just lean that way.
I think this will be the one that I take opposite of you guys.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take as much as it pains me.
You're going to take a Philadelphia team.
Yep.
And I like that, CB, because you've got a very good offense that can match Lamar Jackson and company. And the Ravens defense starting to play a little bit better.
Yep.
They're going to need to play a lot better against this Eagles offense.
I think I did my bet of the week.
Browns at the Broncos, which we could have been laughing weeks ago, but there's no laughing about this Broncos team. I can't go against Denver. I just can't.
I'm going Denver.
Okay. They've just got it working so well on both sides of the ball right now.
Yep.
And Bo Nix is tearing it up in fantasy football as well, folks.
I'm guessing Wheels chose Broncos too?
She did. Next one up, the LA Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons, the most disappointing team in football is indeed these Atlanta Falcons.
Yep.
I'm going Chargers.
Me too.
They can't lose 2 weeks in a row. I mean, they can, but... And last but certainly not least, and we're talking about a team literally in desperation mode.
Yep.
But the San Francisco 49ers will be traveling to wonderful Buffalo.
Yep.
Just like Miami traveling to Green Bay to take on the very hot
And they're coming off of
Buffalo
a bye.
Bills. And a huge victory over the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
And when we talk about MVP, I don't want to leave Josh Allen out as well, because he's doing it without a number one receiver on that team.
Are we all choosing the Bills?
We are all choosing the Bills.
Yep. Hands
CB's
down.
like, stop talking. We're all.
Hands down.
And you want to know why? Because I picked the 49ers last week, so I cannot do it again.
I think I need it.
CB, I wish you nothing but a fantastic Thanksgiving tomorrow.
You too.
I wish that to everybody out there in podcast land. Enjoy your time with your family. This one's a little different for me.
Yep.
First one without my mom, and
It sucks.
she was everything to me, but she was the holidays too.
Absolutely.
I mean, she was the one that made the holidays, and it's funny because the floodgates have opened this week, and I have so many memories
Yep.
that I hadn't thought about in years. You know, they
Yep.
kind of go into the archive a little bit.
Yeah.
All beautiful, amazing, wonderful memories. But I'm going to leave you all with this, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I just think it's absolutely beautiful because Thanksgiving is a time of thanks.
Yep.
For people that have suffered the loss, it's hard.
Yep.
So I leave you with these words. In these moments of heartbreaking grief, I remember the only reason we have an empty space is because we're blessed. Let me start over again. I'm not reading this as I should. In these moments of heartbreaking grief, I remember the only reason we have an empty space is because we were blessed with someone who loved us so beautifully, it occupied an entire part of our soul.
Yep.
And Tris Benito, thank you for posting that. Absolutely beautiful. You hit right in the middle of my heart. I can't word it any better than that, CB. I
Nope.
really can't.
I think we got to leave it at that.
The biggest part of my day will be sitting with my mom on her beautiful bench. But I wish all of you an incredibly happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your families or whoever you're spending with.
Yeah.
It could be a Friendsgiving as well. And when I say enjoy all sports every day, I mean that for the next 4 days. CBA and Wheels and I will be back next week, same time, same place. We will have a special guest stopping by around 6 p.m. to talk about high school basketball and his very own team and the expectations he has for the upcoming season.
I have a feeling I might be running late next week, so
We'll be coming on hot.
TBD, guys.
Yep.
On timing. We might start. I'll try my best for a 5:30 start. It might be a 5:45.
But we will have that special guest no matter what.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.